This story is about two brothers, Mike and Dev, who attend their sister's wedding with two hired girlfriends. They have a great time with the girls at the wedding and end up creating chaos at the event. The film is filled with hilarious comedy, so make sure to watch it till the end. At the beginning of the story, Mike goes to a bar with the intention of selling alcohol. However, the shop owner refuses to buy from him since he already has plenty of liquor bottles. Mike tries to persuade him by saying that his brand of alcohol is of the highest quality and that he can prove it by selling it to any customer. The shopkeeper agrees, and Mike turns to a young man sitting nearby and asks if he would like to have a shot of tequila. The young man instantly agrees. Suddenly, the shopkeeper looks at Mike in surprise and exclaims, "Hey, this is your brother Deb. He used to unlock my niece's treasure chest." Deb immediately responds, "Your niece used to come to me to get rid of her boredom." In reality, this was all part of Mike and Dev's plan to sell their liquor. Eventually, the shopkeeper agrees to buy 10 bottles from them. When Mike and Dev arrive home, they find their parents, their younger sister Fanny Leone, and her fiancé present. Their father looks at them sternly and says that he wants to discuss something important regarding Fanny Leone and Kalu Crow's wedding. He continues, "Every time we have a family gathering, you two do nothing but chase after girls and ruin the event with your foolish antics. In fact, whenever Mike and Dev attend a family function, they always create some kind of mess. For example, during Diwali, they accidentally set a car on fire by kicking a firecracker. On their grandfather's birthday, they filled the entire room with so much smoke that he fainted and collapsed onto his own cake. Their father, now furious, declares, 'This time, you will only be allowed to attend the wedding if you bring your own girlfriends, so they can keep an eye on you.' Fanny Leone excitedly adds, 'This was my idea.' Mike and Dev stare at her in shock. They turn to their sister and say, 'If you want us to bring girlfriends to the wedding, then so be it. Even if we have to search the whole world to find them.' Meanwhile, we see two girls named Natalie and Chatterley, who are unemployed and rely on others for survival. They trap different men in their schemes and take advantage of them for financial gain. Chatterley appears to be deeply troubled by something, and whenever she feels sad, she watches her own wedding video. In reality, when her wedding was about to take place, her fiancé backed out at the last moment, causing the marriage to be called off. Natalie tries to console her, saying, "Don't worry. The one who betrayed you will definitely face the consequences." Chatterley responds, "No, that shouldn't happen. If something terrible happens to him, then he won't be able to go anywhere. And besides, my field hasn't been plowed in a long time." Natalie reassures her, saying, "Just be patient. We will find someone who will bring life back to our barren land." Friends, if you are watching this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, Mike and Dev are brainstorming a way to arrange their girlfriends. Suddenly, a brilliant idea strikes them. They immediately post an advertisement on the internet stating that they need two girls to accompany them on a trip to Hawaii. Dev turns to Mike and says, "I don't think many girls will respond to our post." Surprisingly, within moments, their post goes viral, and countless girls begin showing interest. Everyone wants the chance to go to Hawaii with them. Mike and Dev start meeting the girls one by one. However, none of them seem suitable, so they reject them all. Soon, their post becomes so popular that nearly 6,000 girls respond to it. Due to this unusual situation, a well-known news channel invites them for an interview. While Mike and Dev are giving the interview on television, Natalie and Chatterley see them. Both of them instantly fall for Mike and Dev and become determined to accompany them to Hawaii. Without wasting any time, they get ready and set out to meet them. Chatterley, feeling nervous, says, "They have rejected so many girls. How will we even get close to them?" Natalie smirks and replies, "Just watch my magic." As Mike and Dev are leaving a nightclub, Natalie seizes the opportunity and deliberately collides with a car. Mike and Dev immediately rush to help her. Mike quickly tries to resuscitate her. The moment he does, Natalie regains consciousness and smiles gently. Seeing this, the crowd erupts in applause, celebrating Mike for saving a girl's life. Natalie's plan works perfectly, allowing them to meet Mike and Dev effortlessly. She introduces herself as a schoolteacher, which instantly impresses Mike. He finds himself drawn to her and begins imagining a place for himself in her life. On the other hand, Chatali tells Dev that she manages the financial affairs of a major business center in the city. However, Dev struggles to fully grasp what she means. He asks Chatali, "Do you have a special friend?" Chatali, with a sorrowful expression, replies, "My boyfriend is no longer in this world." Now, Mike and Dev try to get closer to Natalie and Chatali. They ask them, "Would you both like to accompany us to our sister's wedding in Hawaii?" The two girls pretend to have a serious discussion about it to make Mike and Dev believe that they are genuinely considering the offer. After a brief debate, they agree, and the four of them prepare for their journey to Hawaii. In the next scene, they arrive in Hawaii, where Mike and Dev's sister's wedding is set to take place. As they enter the hotel, Mike excitedly tells Dev, "Dude, mine is absolutely stunning. She has completely won my heart." Hearing this, Natalie whispers to Chatali, "Mine is already trying to win my heart, but I won't let him succeed so easily." The next day, they all dress up elegantly and attend Annie Leona's wedding ceremony. When Mike and Dev arrive with their partners for the first time, everyone is taken aback, as such an event has never happened before. Mike and Dev introduce Natalie and Chatali to their sister and her fiancé. Annie Leone finds both of them quite likable. Later, they introduce them to their parents, who also seem very impressed by the two girls. Later, Chatali sits with Dev and openly indulges in drinking, making the atmosphere even more vibrant. On the other hand, Natalie and Mike are engaged in a conversation when suddenly, Mike's cousin, P.S.C. Jagia, arrives. Mike, smiling, tells her that Natalie is his girlfriend. Hearing this, P.S.C. Jagia expresses surprise and remarks that Mike's small desires will never reach her heart. Mike, laughing, responds that tonight, he is going to test his luck. At night, Natalie and Chatali are in their room, watching a movie. They are engrossed in a thrilling film when suddenly, Mike enters the room. He asks Natalie what they are doing. Natalie replies that they are watching a horror movie. Just then, Chatali's voice echoes from inside, saying, "Natalie, come quickly. Look at this boy in the movie trying to test his courage." Mike overhears this, causing Natalie to hurriedly say that Chatali is talking in her sleep. In reality, Mike had intended to get closer to Natalie. However, she quickly asks him to leave and shuts the door. The next day, everyone goes on a trip to Jurassic Park, where they all have a great time. Suddenly, a thug appears in front of them. Seeing this, Mike suggests that they should take another route. However, without listening to Mike, Chatali speeds up her bike, jumps over, and reaches the other side. Natalie, too, performs stunts on her bike and joins Chatali. Witnessing the bravery of these two girls, Mike and Dev become nervous. At that moment, Natalie challenges Mike to perform the same stunt. Mike replies that he does not know how to do it and that he will take the other route. Hearing this, Natalie tells him that he needs to prove his courage. She adds that if he succeeds, she will give him a reward of his choice. Motivated by her words, Mike attempts to jump his bike. However, he loses control, and the bike's wheel accidentally hits his sister's face, causing her to lose consciousness. In the next scene, everyone is gathered around Fanny Leone. Due to the injury, her face has changed. Seeing this, Mike and Dev's father becomes furious with them. Mike tries to explain that it was not their fault and that everything happened because of the girls. Their father, still angry, tells them that the girls are not to blame. Instead, he scolds Mike and Dev for being careless. Meanwhile, Chatali goes to a masseur and tells him that her friend, Fanny Leone, is very upset. She insists that he must give her a proper massage to improve her mood. Chatali hands him some money and orders him to start working. The masseur immediately gets to work. However, he applies so much pressure during the massage that Fanny Leone starts screaming. When Mike, while searching for Natalie, enters the massage room, he is shocked to see his sister with the masseur. The masseur is massaging Fanny Leone so intensely that it appears excessive. Seeing this, Mike becomes anxious and quickly leaves. He then finds Natalie and tries to talk to her. However, Natalie, furious, tells him that she knows he only brought her here to keep her under his control. Mike responds that he has no such intention and that he actually likes her. Hearing this, Natalie reveals the truth to him. She confesses that they had seen him and his brother on television and wanted to come with them. That is why they lied. She further admits that she is not a school teacher but just an ordinary girl. Hearing this, Mike feels disheartened. He angrily says, "I thought you were an incredible and unique girl, but you turned out to be just another ordinary story, one that people hear and forget." On the other hand, Chatali and Dev are engaged in a conversation where Chatali finally reveals the truth to Dev. "I lied to you. My boyfriend did not die." She then shows him an old wedding video in which her fiancé can be seen walking away at the last moment, refusing to marry her. Dev, astonished, asks, "Why didn't you tell me this before?" Chatali, in a sorrowful tone, replies, "I thought you would consider me worthless and insignificant." Gradually, a spark of affection develops between them, drawing them closer to one another. Meanwhile, Mike arrives and takes Dev aside, saying, "We need to send these girls back because they deceived us and only joined us for amusement." Dev responds, "Chatali has told me everything truthfully. We should stop focusing on these trivial matters and concentrate on our sister's wedding." As night falls, the wedding ceremony begins. Chatali gives Fanny Leone some intoxicating pills, making her completely drowsy and causing her to lose control of herself. Meanwhile, Mike and Dev are behind the stage, preparing their speech. However, during their conversation, a dispute arises regarding the girls. Coincidentally, their microphone remains on, allowing all the guests to overhear their discussion. In frustration, Mike says to Dev, "I saw my sister, Fanny Leone, in a suspicious situation with the masseur." Hearing this, Black Crow becomes extremely furious. He immediately questions Fanny Leone, "Did you actually spend time with the masseur?" Fanny Leone, who is intoxicated, laughs and responds, "Yes, and I find you to be a dull person with no excitement." This infuriates Black Crow even more. Dev, enraged, turns to Chatali and says, "This is all because of you. Why did you give her those intoxicating pills? I thought you were a decent girl, but you turned out to be something entirely different." Dev further declares, "I do not wish to have any association with you anymore." On the other hand, Fanny Leone and Black Crow's wedding is called off, but Chatali and Natalie decide to reunite them. Meanwhile, Mike and Dev also resolve that they will ensure their sister's wedding happens at any cost. Therefore, they all approach Black Crow and Fanny Leone, apologizing and admitting, "Because of us, your wedding was ruined, but we will fix it." Hearing this, Black Crow angrily replies, "I no longer wish to marry her. She has hurt my dignity." He then reminds Fanny Leone, "You said I was boring, but I had planned for us to travel together after our marriage and make every moment of our life unforgettable." Upon hearing this, Fanny Leone becomes emotional and exclaims, "I truly love you, and that masseur did nothing inappropriate to me." Hearing this, Black Crow softens and agrees to proceed with the wedding once again. Afterward, Mike and Dave, along with Cheadley and Natalie, finalize the wedding arrangements, ensuring that Fanny Leone and Black Crow's wedding takes place with great celebration and grandeur. In a moment of joy, Cheadley deletes her old wedding video from her phone, symbolizing her move forward. Meanwhile, Mike brings Natalie into his liquor business as a partner. Dave, too, draws closer to Cheadley, confessing his love for her. As night falls, both brothers celebrate their sister's wedding with enthusiasm. However, the moment they light the fireworks, an unexpected explosion occurs, engulfing the entire venue in flames. Consequently, due to their recklessness, the party turns into chaos once again. With this unforeseen twist, the movie reaches its conclusion. Friends, if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.